Hello and welcome to the Gene Policini Center on what is a historic day here at Rochester Institute of Technology. My name is Tim Volkman. I'm the Director of Athletic Communications. It's my 6th year working at RIT, and I'm excited to get us started today on what's a historic day here at RIT as we introduce our new, and welcome home, I should say, our new head hockey coach, Matt Thomas. I'd like to thank everyone that's joined us here in the GPC today, as well as everybody online that's joining us. Thanks for joining us. We're lucky to have such a great support around the program, and I think I can speak for everyone here that we're already eagerly excited about the coming season and can't wait for it to start. So without further ado, I'd like to introduce Executive Director of Athletics, Jackie Nicholson. Jackie.
Thank you, Tim, and welcome Tiger family, friends, and supporters. It is a great day for RIT Athletics and for our storied men's ice hockey program. Today, we welcome a new leader who will continue to build on our proud tradition of excellence and community. I want to express appreciation to Dr. Sandy Johnson, our leadership team within athletics, and especially our student athletes who are the heart of the program. And I would be remiss without thanking former head coach Wayne Wilson for 26 years of service to RIT and RIT Athletics. Now it is my pleasure to invite Dr. Johnson, our Senior Vice President of Student Affairs, for a few words and remarks on behalf of the institution.
Thank you, and good morning, everyone. It is a great day for RIT and for Tiger hockey. On behalf of the university, I'm proud to welcome Matt Thomas back home. As a former captain, Matt knows firsthand what it means to wear the RIT jersey, not just as a player, but as a part of a tradition rooted in grit, heart, and a relentless drive to succeed. His return marks a powerful full-circle moment, not just for him, but for our entire community. Matt brings with him more than 2 decades of coaching at the highest levels. But just as important, he brings the character and vision that align with who we are at RIT. He's committed to building leaders on and off the ice, developing student athletes who represent the best of what this university stands for. We're also deeply grateful to Coach Wayne Wilson for his extraordinary tenure and legacy. His impact will be felt for generations. Matt, welcome back. We're thrilled for this next chapter in RIT hockey, and we'll see you at center ice. Go Tigers.
Thank you, Dr. Johnson. The search for our next head coach was thoughtful, inclusive, and centered on finding someone who represents the values of RIT: leadership, integrity, academic excellence, and competitive success. As we began the national search for our next leader, we knew we needed someone with a clear vision, proven success, and the ability to build a culture of excellence both on and off the ice. We were looking for someone who understands what it means to compete at the highest level in college hockey, who knows how to develop players not only into professionals, but into leaders. And we were looking for someone who would embrace the RIT mission and understand what makes this program special, this institution, and this community so special. We found that and more in Matt Thomas. Matt brings over 27 years of experience in collegiate hockey and professional hockey. He has coached more than 1,700 games and developed over 200 players who have gone on to professional careers and earned numerous accolades, including Coach of the Year and a Cup championship. But what truly stands out is his commitment to player development, his ability to build winning cultures, and his passion for helping student athletes succeed both on and off the ice and in the game of life. And of course, there's a deep connection. Matt is one of us, a Tiger. He earned his degree here in criminal justice. He played here. He got his coaching start here. And now he returns to lead the program in the jersey he once wore for RIT. Matt has a bold vision for inspiring the future leaders of RIT men's ice hockey, one centered around innovation in player development, elevating performance through data and strategy, and building a program that consistently competes for championships. He's committed to strengthening our alumni network, engaging our supporters, and developing a team that reflects the pride and grit of this institution. We are confident that under Matt's leadership, RIT men's hockey will continue to rise, not in just standings, but in reputation, culture, and impact. It is my great honor to introduce the next head coach of RIT hockey, his family, Andrea, and his two sons who are unable to be with us today, but I'm pretty sure they are watching virtually. Please join me in welcoming back to campus our new head coach, a leader, a mentor, and a proud Tiger, Matt Thomas.
You can bring it up.
Come on. Matt, the floor is yours.
All right, thank you. All right, thanks everyone for coming today. Obviously an exciting day for me. I want to start out by thanking Dr. Johnson and Jackie for this incredible honor. Like has been said, I started my journey into college athletics right here on this campus, and I couldn't be more excited for the opportunity to return and do it as a coach. The term full circle has been used, and that's certainly what it is for me. Although campus looks a lot different, it brings back a lot of memories, and there's certainly some things that make me go back to 1994 and remember my first time I stepped foot on campus. So it's been great. I do want to get a few thank yous out. Obviously, my wife Andrea, my two boys Devlin and Gavin. They're super supportive of me, and that's really important. So I got to thank them. Wayne Wilson. Talk about a guy that did a job here. He did a tremendous job with his staff who's sitting here, Brian and Dave. They did a tremendous job building the foundation, creating a culture, and more importantly, an expectation of winning hockey. And I look forward to trying to follow in those footsteps and do my part in helping to continue that tradition. The alumni, a few are here. We've got some new ones that are sitting here that are going to be alumni pretty soon, and all the people that have reached out. It's very grateful, first of all, for that opportunity, and to hear from so many of those people just shows you how special this place is and what it means to be a part of RIT athletics. My family, my mom and dad, my brothers, my brother Art played at RIT as well. Some of you would remember him. He was a captain and an assistant coach here as well. So my younger brother Brad, who came down and supported us during all those years and those championship runs that we were on. And then my in-laws, my sister-in-laws, my in-laws, my mother-in-law, my father-in-law. It takes a village to be successful in this profession, and I certainly owe them a lot. All the coaching support. The problem is when you coach for as long as I've coached now, there's a lot of people to thank. So I'm not going to name individuals. They know who they are. I couldn't get here without them. So the mentors along the way, the great friends along the way, indebted for them forever to get this opportunity. I've worked really hard to realize this dream. To the players, I'm excited to be here. I'm excited to help them. More importantly, have the same experience I had. Again, it's a wonderful opportunity to be a part of RIT hockey and to be on this campus, and more importantly, to wear that badge of honor for the rest of your life. The degree means a lot out there, which you come to find out when you leave. So that's a pretty special opportunity. And then the chance to be a champion. The one thing that I think is super unique is I don't know if there's a player that's left here that hasn't won a championship of some kind. So it's a place where we win. It's a place where we're expected to win, and we're certainly going to have those expectations moving forward. I'll finish by saying this. I've thought about this moment from the day I got into coaching at the Ritter. I thought it'd be the coolest thing in the world to be able to come and coach this team as a head coach and lead this program. I'm incredibly honored, grateful, and super excited to get going. So with that, I thank you, and I guess we could get to questions next. But thanks a lot. I really appreciate it.
You can sit.
Coach, welcome to RIT. Matt Campbell from the RIT Sports Network. You come in at a time when the NCAA is in a little bit of an inflection point. Name, image, likeness, the transfer portal restrictions kind of being removed, major juniors hockey players eligibility. How do you see that impacting your recruiting efforts, and what, coming from the professional ranks, can you use, what skills from there can you leverage to help with those recruiting efforts?
Yeah, it's a great question, and nice to meet you. It's changing for everyone, and I think that's the really unique thing. I think the one thing that when I look at it from a recruiting standpoint, we've doubled the availability of players. So as much as that can seem overwhelming, I think it allows us to concentrate on where our IT's had a lot of success in Ontario, in our backyard. Obviously, I'm from there. I'm well connected there. I feel that those existing relationships will help. From the nil side of things, there's a lot moving in that, and obviously everyone's trying to adjust on the fly here, and we're certainly involved in those discussions on, how we take the next step in with the program. But I think when you're looking at the challenge of the transfer portal, players leaving, the professional side of college athletics and the direction it's going, I think my experience really allows me to hit the ground running. I've built a lot of teams. I've been a general manager for a lot of years in different spots. The one thing you have to be is prepared. Nothing can blindside you. And I think having that experience of coaching minor professional hockey where your best player, you might be working on your power play, he's gone on Friday night because he got called up to the big club. You've got to be able to react on the fly. For us, we're not obviously going to see that a lot in the season, but year to year, building your team, the construction part of it's really important. You have to know what you want, what you need, and what you expect, and then you have to go recruit young men that fit that. And we've got an exceptional group here. Obviously, we will fall victim to all the things that college hockey is facing, and that's all right. That's all right. We'll respond the right way. I'm really excited. I do have a great plan. I'm leaning on the current assistant coaches to really help in that regard. Obviously, these guys have been doing it a long time, and they're very successful at what they do. So that's an important piece for me to lean on those that are going through it and have been in the fight. But I've certainly been in the fight for a while at it too. So I know exactly what we need to do, how hard we're going to have to work, and how thorough we're going to have to be.
Hi, Matt in the back here. Gene Battaglia, 95.7, The Fan in Rochester. I'm also your television play-by-play guy. Congratulations and welcome home.
Thank you very much.
Question, are you fully done at Providence, the timeline here? And then, as well as building a roster, building a staff, Ryan and Dave are in attendance today. How's that coming along?
Yeah, so the first part of your question with Providence, part of my deal with the Boston Bruins was to finish the season. We have one game left. I actually was here Tuesday, drove down to Wilkes-Barre, Scranton, played a game, 3-2 win, by the way, last night, 26 seconds left, pretty good one, and a big one in the standings. We have a game left on Saturday, then we're into playoff hockey. And, when this opportunity came about, it was, I'm looking at, oh man, we've been battling it out for, at that point, I think it was 65 games. And one of the things that I think is important is you have to finish what you start. And for me, I made that commitment to the Bruins. We've got a really good team, a very strong team. We've had a lot of success. We've had a lot of players go up to the Boston Bruins this year. I think 5 have made their NHL debuts this year. And we're getting those players back as the NHL season ends. So we're pretty excited about that opportunity. But it is playoff hockey, and anything can happen. So to create a timeline, I think would be premature, other than I can tell you every minute I'm not on the ice with the players, I'm running the RIT hockey program right now with the help of Dave and Brian to the best of my abilities. And, the second part is when you have good people that know what RIT needs, you've got to lean on those people. So those guys have been incredibly helpful, and as is everyone else with the athletic program to give us the opportunity to not miss a beat. We're certainly going to work hard here through the next little bit, but the good news is there's 24 hours in every day, and hockey we got a 60-minute game, so I got a lot of time in between to make sure I'm doing what I need to do to make sure RIT's successful.
Ed Trefsker, RIT Sports Network and U.S. College Hockey Online. Matt, what's your philosophy toward the game? What kind of a team are we going to see on the ice?
Do you remember the way I played, eh?
I do.
Okay.
I do.
So we're going to try to do some of that, but we're hopefully going to score a lot more. When I came here, the coolest thing about RIT for me was the day I got recruited by Eric Hofberg. He talked about winning a championship, and that was the goal. He liked the way I played, obviously. I came here, I got to learn from some incredible people, some incredible players. What I've learned over the years, that if I'm still coaching the way I was coaching 10 years ago, 15 years ago, 20 years ago, I'd probably have a hard time with the way I coach. The game's evolving, and you think about the 04-05 lockout, how that changed a big piece of the game, to the 12-13 lockout, even bigger. The game's fast, so we're going to be fast. The game has to be played with pace, so we're going to play with that type of pace just in our team game, our structure, not just the way we skate. We're going to be a fast-thinking team. But it's pretty simple. You have to be more competitive than the people you're playing against. And the one thing that keeps me going is that competitive nature. I love it. We get on the ice. Not only do we want to get better in a practice and work harder, when we get into the game, we want those moments to be confident, calming, and we've been here. We're an efficient group. So I expect our team to have that type of swagger, that type of identity. And as we build it, you have to also adapt to your team. That's a really important piece in coaching. I could sit here and say we want to be this. We might have to be that first until we get to that point. So for me, I'm really excited to put in a structure that protects us when we need to be protected, allows us to be successful, and most importantly, I want the players just to have this feeling that when we go into every game, we are going to win because we're going to outcompete people. And that's a daily thing that you have to preach and you have to believe in, and you have to have success through that hard work to really bring it all together. So that journey's something that I think about a lot on how we want to play, but we're going to be hard to play against. RIT is going to be a tough team to come into this building and play, and to go on the road and try to beat us. So I'm excited just to get on the ice. I wish it would come a little bit quicker, but again, that's just a competitor in me.
Yep. Hi, Matt. Scott Beggar from RIT Sports Network. A little bit of a story. My wife and I were in St. Louis last weekend for the Frozen Four. We were both wearing RIT jerseys, and this guy comes up to us and shook our hand and said the RIT had just gotten a really good coach. Ends up he played for you in Atlantic City. And really enjoyed that experience. And he was telling us about, how you handle the locker room and stuff. What's your philosophy in building an atmosphere within the locker room and player relationships?
I use the term juice. You better have some juice when you're coming in. That it's a long season. It's a long season. There's ups and there's downs, and it's not always easy. But if you don't come in with energy, you're going to have a hard time realizing your goal. So for me, I place a huge emphasis on just your energy level. Come in, don't bring the group down, add to it. And so I like to build a team around that from a personality standpoint. I think that's a really important thing. The type of people that you like to be around, you want to be around those people every day. They help inspire you. If you're getting specific in terms of just locker room culture, I use a term that I need to have courage and communication. I don't want to walk past average and not coach it, not encourage it, and sometimes that's hard to do, right? And sometimes those conversations are difficult. Sometimes we're celebrating how good a player has done, but to have that environment, if you want to bring a team from one spot and get them to another, they have to believe. So you build that belief by showing belief in them, encouraging them, holding them accountable, That's probably the biggest thing. It's easy to get led astray, especially when things aren't going your way personally. You know, the we versus me mentality. We have to create an environment where if you come in and do your job, you're going to inspire others, and they're going to step up to the plate when we need them. So I place a huge amount of emphasis on the type of people we bring into the program and into the locker room every day, because it translates onto the ice.
Coach Kevin Roach with the RIT Sports Network back here. Congratulations. My question would be, what was your message to the current players, recruits that are coming in, and then how do you sell RIT to guys that are in the portal, and how much does it help to have Brian and Dave to have some continuity, especially as you finish in Providence?
Yeah, so the current players, I want them to be excited. You know, change can be scary, and obviously Wayne did such a tremendous job, but the one thing that RIT's known for is winning. So I want them to continue to understand that that's the goal. Like, we're going to win. We're going to maybe play a little bit differently at times. Obviously, I have some ideas, but I want them to be really, really excited about where we're going and the part they can play in that. To the second part of your question, when you're looking at leaning on assistant coaches in the portal and getting new players and the recruits, the incoming recruits, they're probably a little bit more scared when that news comes. So they were some of the first calls I made, just an opportunity to introduce myself. I got a text from one of the families today. One of the guys I played junior hockey with coached his son in U18 hockey. And the hockey world's really small, so you start to get really connected with people, and I've been having a lot of conversations with people that have coached them, are currently coaching them, getting to know them individually, their character, the style of play, their style of game. Again, leaning on Brian and Dave to bring me up to speed. Obviously, they're the guys that recruited them. So we've had a lot of discussion and dialogue on exactly what those new players are going to bring to our team. We're really excited about some of the guys that are coming in as newcomers, and we think the way they'll mesh with the returning players we do have a recipe for success. We're not done. We obviously have some holes to fill, but we're actively working really hard to do that. We're confident of where we're headed in that direction, and obviously for us, we want to just see it come to completion and then focus on the next step. But for me, if you want to win, come to RIT, because we're going to do it. We're going to do a lot of it.
Anyone? Steve Schultz, Corner Crew. You think back to the mid-'90s, you and I are having a few beers over at Colony Manor. Could you imagine that all these years later, we'd be sitting here in the rink that my wife and I made the initial donation to help build? I'm town supervisor. You're being introduced as head coach. You kind of touched on it a little, but you know, just that dream of making it happen.
Yeah, well, thanks for telling me your name, because I've always known you as Hawk. In all seriousness, I'm not going to lie to you. When I decided I wanted to get into coaching, and I always thought about this, I didn't know if it was going to happen. And you know, the career's taken me all over the place. Like, my kids were born in Stockton, California. They grew up in Alaska skating on an outdoor rink in our backyard for 7 months of the year, which, you know, Rochester can almost get there, but not quite. You know, to Ohio, to Rhode Island. I've been in New Jersey. I've been in Maine, and I've been in Toronto. And for me, the feels are just crazy. It's surreal at times. You know, excitement, then all this kind of joy of getting to see everybody that I haven't seen for a long time, and just look where it's gone. It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable where it is. The one thing I know Ed was saying, every time you come onto campus, there's a new building. And so I was talking with some of the returning players, and I kind of mentioned it might be a good thing to do, like some type of an amazing race event for the new players, and go have them learn campus. And I think I'm going to have to be in that amazing race so I can learn all the buildings too, because there's been so much growth, and obviously your generosity and others to just continue to see RIT grow. That mindset, you know, it doesn't happen everywhere. It really doesn't. A lot of people talk about it, but it doesn't happen. It's happened here. And for me to come back and see what it is now and try to elevate it, I couldn't be more excited. It's really a pinch me moment. I just want to get going. I'm so pumped. I'm ready to get after it. So yeah, excitement's probably the biggest thing that's gone on over the last few weeks here. It's been a really exciting journey for me. I thought maybe a player would ask a question about getting on the power play or something, but I guess they'll save that for individual meetings.
Nothing, fellas? All right, any other questions here at the GPC? All right, I think that'll do it. Well, thanks, Coach. Appreciate it. Congratulations. Thanks again for everybody that's here in the GPC today, and thanks to everybody that's joined us online as well. We'll see you next season. See you in the fall. Thanks.
Thank you.